Part D says that suppose a website sells CDs for $8.99 per disc. There is no tax, but there is a shipping charge of $5 for any order. Write an equation to give the cost, C. So cost is going to be C of any order for N disc from the website. So basically they just want us to write an equation for this particular problem. So again, given what we did before, we know something to do with price equals something to do with the number of CDs. Okay? Now, if we do remember, they gave us the price per disc. It's $8.99. So in the last problem, we put that right there. It's $8.99 per CD times however many CDs we want. Now, the only other catch is there's a shipping charge of $5 for any order. So what we have to basically do is add 5. Okay, so no matter how many CDs we purchase, we're going to add $5 onto that to cover the shipping charge. And that will basically give us our equation. Now, part E asks us, which is a little bit more complicated, how many discs do you have to order from the website to get a better deal than buying from Music City? Okay, now what they suggest that you do is to make a rate table. Okay, so you can make a rate table. What I basically did was I took this a little bit further than that. And I basically went to the internet. And this is the site that I went to. And I pulled up their graphing. And what I did was, here's my first equation that I put in. And the way that I put it in was $8.99 star X plus 5. Now the way that this program works is you have to put the star in to basically tell it that you're multiplying. It does not recognize the X and then times symbol. Okay, so the only way that it recognizes multiplication is to put the star. The times symbol or X is just X, it's just a variable. So it's not going to distinguish between that and the times symbol, so that's why we use the star. And you can see I put in the other two companies, two stores as well. Now, what that basically does, that gives us a graph. Now, I know you're basically saying, but it didn't ask us to make a graph, it asked us to make a rate table to help us figure out which store is cheaper. Well, the beauty of this is I can go right here, show tabular data. Hope I said that right. And what will basically happen is this. It will basically give me all the information that I need. And it gives me all, so it gives me all the data. So all I got to do is match up the equations. So this is for the web. And the $9.99, I can't remember which one that was. So I'm going to go back here. Or $9.95. That was for Music City. And then this one is for CD World. All right. And so what I can basically see is I'm looking at all the data that is right there in front of me. So it's telling me here's the number of CDs that I'm purchasing. And what I'm trying to find is when is it going to be cheaper? So as I go down, this is 5, not cheaper, not cheaper. No, no. 40, nope. Oh. Right here, the web is the same price as Music City. And very next amount, the web is cheaper. So the web is going to be cheaper than Music City after 6 CDs. And all the way up to 9, the web is still not cheaper than CD World. So I have to actually continue. So what basically happens is you can basically scroll down in the table. When you scroll down, it'll go down to the next set of values. And what I'm basically looking for now is I'm comparing the web to CD World. And I'm trying to find out where it's going to be cheaper. At 15, it's 139 and 141. It's getting closer. At 16 is where the web is going to be cheaper than CD World. So therefore, we have our two bits of information. Now, as you can see, yes, I had to go about getting the information a little bit differently, but I can still access the information a lot quicker by using the information that's out there on the web and having it create the data for me, instead of me sitting there and putting all the information in.